This is Paul. Yeah. Yeah, I was reading this dictionary, and as I had said, I'm not an attorney, but I can read what the Constitution says. Yes. And they got what's called Article 1, Section 10. Yeah. Clause number 2. Oh, hang on. I think I got something on here. Hang on just a second. Oh, is that right? Yeah. Hang on. Let me see if this is better. Yeah, it looks better. Yeah, it does. No state shall. No, it seems like it's no problem. It's kind of blurry. Enter into any treaty, alliance, or confederation. Grant letters of marque and reprisal, coin money, emit bills of credit, make anything but gold and silver coin a tender. In payment of debts, pass any bill of a tender, ex post facto law, or a law impairing the obligation of contracts, or grant any title of nobility. Yeah. Now, I'm sure every attorney would know what an ex post facto law is. I myself, not being an attorney, I did not know, so I had to use the dictionary. An ex post facto law is a law that makes a crime greater than it was when it was committed. Also, a law that makes the punishment greater than it was when the crime was committed. When the when the crime was committed. Yes. Now, it could be that those that are attorneys, they know the meaning of all these Latin phrases that are in law. Yes. And I know you're a county commissioner, you're a superior court county commissioner because you wrote superior outside of the boxes of the protection order. Now, as a stockbroker, if I altered any form, they wouldn't have been compliant. But being a Juris Doctorate, you know everything there is to know about the law. Myself not being an attorney, I actually have to use the dictionary to figure out what do the Latin phrases mean. Now, there is another Latin phrase here, extirpe causa, a claim that arises from the breaking of a law. Yep. That's just like the ex post facto, after the thing has been done after the fact. Now, I know that I'm going to have some claims against those that are Juris Doctorates because of the breaking of the law. Now, the law that I know is the supreme law of the United States, is the United States Constitution. And when it says in the Bill of Rights that you cannot deprive a citizen of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, I don't have a Juris Doctorate, but when I read it, it seems very easy to understand. Now, let's say you're one of these Juris Doctorates. You're sitting on a Supreme Court of whatever state in the United States. And you happen to have a claim from me, a type of lawsuit, a claim that arises from the breaking of a law. Now, I know there are lawsuits, there are tort lawsuits, because I've had to be self-educated. But it could be that there might be claims against states or those that are oaths of office or those elected and appointed to office that are outside the norms of just suing their pants off. I tell you right now, I can't believe this. Now, I am not a Juris Doctorate, okay? But I might be putting a claim in against every state of the United States for all of their assets because the Juris Doctorates that they employ as judges and justices would not enforce the law. Now, to put a claim in requires some sort of lawsuit or a form. I don't know what form. It could be a victim's resources form, whistleblower form. It could be any form that gives you a claim. Okay. The extirpi causa.